Dear viewers, welcome. I am Dr. Sister Jane Francis Natam of University of Kisui. Currently, I'm the Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences and Psychology. I undertook a research study, parenting the boy child and their psychosocial wellness in the context of post-Covid-19. The main objective of the study was to raise awareness of the society regarding the covert abusive conditions to which our boy child is subjected. And these abusive conditions are entrenched in our cultural structures of upbringing children. So they are almost regarded as normal, as beneficial, but in reality, they undermine the psychosocial wellness of the boy child. And not only the boy child, because the boy is the man tomorrow and we live together. So if the man is not well, the whole society is not well. So we took this study. It was a cross-sectional qualitative study, and we visited central and northeastern Uganda. Our participants were mainly boys and some civil leaders, some teachers, and we found these people mainly in their home environment, in schools and in homes. We used semi-structured interview protocols, and we wanted to hear, mainly the goal was to get in touch with the feelings, the emotional load of participants regarding especially the upbringing practices of childhood and the comparison these boys have, the upbringing of the boy child in relation to the upbringing of the girl child, and to hear from them if these differences were there, how do they possibly affected them during and after COVID-19. So that analysis, we analyzed the data basically every after interview, because we wanted to have an overall picture of it. We listened to the stories, and then we wanted to get an overall picture of each participant's story, and then to extract major themes from these stories. And the findings bring out several themes. Mainly, some of these major themes are discrimination, for instance, feelings of being discriminated during childhood. Discriminated in which way? The girl is given care, and in many experiences, many of these survival mechanisms. So like the girl child is given chance to learn how to prepare food, how to manage a home, how to be with people. But the boy child is left on his own. Discrimination also in many simple things, like you'd hear stories when these boys are saying, for instance, when there is no transport, a girl child would be given at least a way of going to school. They were given transport, and the boy has to take care of themselves. If there is not enough, usually the girl child is given at least, and the boy child is left to fend for himself. Because of that, there is also anger, although it doesn't maybe usually show, but the anger towards men, the competition, the anger towards the women, sorry, the competition, men, women, that competition, and the feelings of superiority, to be dominant, to prove themselves, that because boys, as they grow up, they have been made to feel they have to be men and they have to be strong and so even during COVID-19, the lockdown, these challenges facing the boy were even intensified. I really have to stop here. But things like anger, okay, things like being defeated, feelings of self-hatred, and self-destructive mechanisms like over-drinking, and even after COVID, you hear the girl child, the protection, the care they give, we give as a society to the, for instance, pregnant mothers or child mothers, and nobody cares about the child father, yet they are there struggling. Actually, some boys were on a run because the parents of the girl take the boy as a spoiler. They spoiled the girl, so the boy has to run to find a way of running away from the law while the girl child is taken care of. Yeah, it is mainly to call on policymakers and parents and that we give more attention to the boy child. Otherwise, by emancipating the girl child but leaving the boy child aside, we are not going to get what is expected of all those efforts that we have put in emancipating the girl child. I submit.